We are live. This is the market update, the Friday night fireside chat market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, get some XRP. Excuse me. I meant hit the like button. Folks, nothing's going to stop this thing. Nothing's going to stop it. As a matter of fact, I would argue that it hasn't even started. In other words, if you're looking at this market and you're tuning in, you're like, wow, things are going up. What do I do? Get involved, right? XRP at, I don't know, $1.84 at $100 billion market cap. Ooh, who cares, right? I mean, NVIDIA can add $250 billion to its market cap in one day. So when XRP is at $250 billion, okay, then you can maybe look at it and go, wow, this market cap is interesting. But $100 billion? No one cares. That's where Doge should be trading, right? So if XRP can go to 250 billion market cap, okay, how high can Algorand go? How high can Cardano go? Hedera, Ben Armstrong is fighting Ansem. Karate Combat runs through Hedera. So if you want to get Karate Combat tokens and cash them out, you got to go through Hedera. These things, these blockchains are made in America. And I don't understand. Well, I mean, I understand because I'm not an influencer with 1 million followers. But I don't understand why other people don't understand that the made in America crypto thing is for real. They act like it's not happening. Like, the whole eat healthy thing with RFKJ. People are acting like they're keeping their lucky charms. You're losing your lucky charms and you better get some XRP and you better do it quickly, right? Because when Americans want to put their mind to something, they do it. They absolutely do it, especially when the collective will of the people is behind it. And there's an emergency because we do owe a lot of money. Now, I realize this is a nonstop party, right? My co-analyst thinks that there's going to be an epic blow off top in memes. So, strap in ski mask dog and related coins because, the unbelievable is going to transform to the surreal. Because people are starting to realize that the crypto market is not priced properly. What does that mean? Let me tell you. It means crypto prices don't reflect crypto potential. Crypto prices are still back in the Gensler world of artificial suppression. We got so used to suppression. We got so used to low prices, no catalysts, boredom, range trading, that the phantasmagoric future that people sometimes talk about regarding Bitcoin has not trickled over into other parts of the market yet. Everyone's like, Bitcoin's going to $700,000. Okay, I believe you. So when Bitcoin is at $725,000, where's XRP? Where's Algorand? Where's ETH? Has anyone thought about these things? Not yet. Not yet. XRP up 13%. XRP Army on social media. Oh my. No wonder they called it the XRP Army. I mean, I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, will you look at these numbers when you just make a basic point? I mean, here's what's funny about XRP while I'm just continuing the flow here. So for years, what did you get from YouTube? Well, XRP is going to be the biggest coin from the next cycle. XRP is going to $589. Let's stand up to Gensler, and then XRP did nothing. Retail came in off, YouTube stuff. They got trapped. And then they gave up in terms and got rid of XRP and bought Solana. Solana went to 220. And now all the XRP holders are coming back. They're like, wow, I remember this. I want back in. Somebody give me a narrative. And you know what? They're getting a narrative from me, right? And probably one other guy. because it's the made in America crypto. It's also money, right? I mean, I know I've said this a million times, but I can continue to say it because XRP is probably going to $3. It's going to $3. It could go to $3 tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned, but it's definitely going to $3 or $4 before the end of December, probably $5. Because when XRP does these huge moves, they do them either all in 1 month or all in 2 months. I can show you, right? So it's money. It's American digital crypto money that is underappreciated, underutilized, right? It's like it's off the radar along with all these other allegedly boomer cryptos. So crypto may become 3 markets. There's memes, which they want to go up, right? Just because they do, because it's just it's like the GAN mania, the herd psychology is building. Then as people come in from memes, they're discovering that XRP and all these other big cap cryptos that make Web3 can start acting like memes. In other words, everyone's like, you know what? I want to be a technical analyst. I want to get a chart. I want to get a chart program, and I can tell you all about those. I can tell you all about it. But sometimes technical analysis is about what is the nature of the price action. The price action in memes can spill over into the price action in other altcoins, which as a large body have done absolutely nothing. So I'm trying to make a suggestion to you. What happens if altcoins and Bitcoin start to trade like meme coins? Don't think it can happen? It's happening. I can tell you right now, because like if a meme coin goes up 40%, you go, oh my God, I'm early. Thank goodness I can jump in because it's going to go up 100x. However, if something in the larger market goes up 20%, everyone goes, oh, I can't touch that. Can't buy it. I'm buying the high. It's going to go back down because my brain is still in the range. If you get your brain out of the range, you realize you could probably get 300% returns across boomer cryptos, cross-chain, Chainlink, bigger memes, Pepe. Like what happens when Pepe and ETH wake up? I mean, it used to be back in the day that, XRP would go back and forth flipping ETH. Now it looks like XRP may go back and forth. I don't know, maybe with Binance Coin, or when XRP goes to $3, it'll push something else. XRP pushed some of the prior bull markets, right? It would go up, right? But then it would, like, the market would stop and be like, wow, XRP is going up. And then the rest of the market would follow. This is a complete shift from what it was during the range, where XRP would be the last thing to go up and then everything would crash and go back down to the bottom of the range. And I'm so glad I'm done with it. I'm so glad you're done with it. Now we got to make sure everyone who's listening is done with it. Okay, that is the fireside chat tonight. Please drop a comment below if you like our new audio, visual, and lighting. Okay, new webcam, trying to look better here. Okay, Ian, first on the stream, Miklo, Thomas, Deny, SGSG, the original guy on this stream. David, Brandon, James, what's going on with Orty? Hasn't moved much. Arendam, ski to the moon. Yeah, pretty much, man. The boss is behind it. It's not going to stop. It's not. Warmon, Austin, Hector, Javi is here. What's up? Shelly, Justin, Huey, Miklo. Like it. Good. 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 Okay, news. Let's go. Forward this to friends and family to understand how Uncle Sugar doesn't always have your best interest in mind. This is a public service announcement about why we are here. Yes, I know we are having a lot of fun in crypto these days. Crypto has to go up. We owe too much money, and the only way to grow our way out of it is to take the American ecosystem, which somehow survived the Gensler forest fire, and moon it like the Apollo program. Because Uncle Sugar in the past has not had your interest at heart. They have suppressed this ecosystem at the behest of characters like Jamie Dimon, and guess what? They're not running the show anymore. We are running the show now. And the Orange Man and friends are following. I know that's a little arrogant, but they have not been nice to us, and the debt level is high. And this is a good time to remind you that, yes, it is a free market. Nancy asked if, a legislative body should not trade stocks, and Nancy is okay with it. She said it's a free market. Okay, excellent. We'll show you. Want a free market? We'll give you a free market, Nancy. We'll give you a free market. Now, just as a point about humanity, so a big country in Eastern Europe has a defense mechanism that burns at 4,000 degrees centigrade that can melt all kinds of stuff. How nice. You know what? I got a great idea. How about we build Web3, and how about we get them to go along with us? Because they want some clunky alternative to green fiat, and we want crypto. And this is the thing for my generation of the past from Tom Clancy novels. We don't need to melt steel and concrete. We need to melt green candles on your trading view, get you out of your basement, get you on a date, and get you being an American, an Englishman, a Russian, a happy person in Singapore, or wherever you are. We want you to be happy. This is the past. It's over. This is the future. Bitcoin could attract $2 trillion in investment by 2025 as global money supply increases by 20 trillion. All right, so that's probably also a good reminder that, artificial intelligence, entitlements, Social Security, government debt, there's a huge case to have a SAT, one SAT, $10,000 worth of Bitcoin if you can afford it, right? If these things are going to be a necessity, what about all the other things that could go with it? Like, this price action is starting to get people to see that there's more than Bitcoin. There really is. And this whole idea that about Web3, that was some kind of venture capital pump that you hear absolutely nothing about. Nothing. Cannot find me a news article that said Web3 is coming back. Find one. No one's talking about it. No one. I mean, yeah, you're talking about Bitcoin and memes because that's what's exciting and that's what's moving. But don't memes point to Web3? What's the point of having memes if you don't have Web3? Another public service announcement: U.S. debt, 36 trillion. U.S. GDP, 29 trillion. Okay. So how do you fix that? Well, don't you have to go from 36 trillion in debt and 100 trillion in GDP growth? How do you do that? Easy. RFKJ told you: crypto and blockchain, crypto and AI. How to end the Fed step by step, and what happens to the economy and the currency when it's gone. Okay. So I understand that this makes really good news articles for economics guys. I'm okay with keeping the plunge protection team in place just in case something happens to equities. I think people are eventually going to gravitate over to crypto, but and the Fed is very fashionable, and the printing would be better, right? In other words, stop the endless money for Wall Street. Stop the fact that, Wall Street has captured the Fed. That's what needs to go away. Now, does the dollar need to float versus other currencies? Yeah. Is it? No. The dollar is moving against gold and Bitcoin. Bitcoin and XRP, you ready? Ready for this? Bitcoin and XRP are participating in the type of dollar move that you had in 1985 called the Plaza Accord. It's called the XRP Accord this year, meaning other currencies have to appreciate against the dollar in order to relieve pressure in the financial system. You're not doing it with the euro. You're not doing it with sterling. You're not doing it with the Swiss franc. You're not doing it with the Aussie dollar. That was so 1990s. Now you're doing it with crypto, right? Because you got to do it quickly and massively. So much the better, right? That's why when everyone's telling me, oh, this is not going to go up anymore, it's overbought because the RSI is I'm like, dude, the Plaza Accord, the dollar fell for 3 years. And George Soros made all of his money indiscriminately shorting it when everybody thought it would bounce because it was still in a range. Meanwhile, he knew it was a paradigm shift, which is what we're in crypto, an absolute paradigm shift. Okay. Orange Man, 3 US tokens set to move. Wait, TheStreet.com, Yahoo Finance. Wait a minute. There's 3 made in America coins that aren't going to have a transaction tax? What? Yeah, folks, it's been out for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. People are like, wow, Algorand's melting faces. Dude, Algorand hasn't even started yet. Algorand had like institutional Wall Street appeal. People are going to like dust this thing off and go, oh my goodness. Ski mask dog. Right? So what do I always say about meme coins? So if you have a meme coin and it corrects 70%, you usually get a couple of 40% corrections. Then you get a 70% correction. And then it just goes. This must be an algorithmic thing, but you know, this is a 30-minute chart of ski mask dog. It goes down 70%, and then the algos just go whoop, 59 million. It's like a formula. And I bet with these things that, you know, there's kind of no liquidity after a certain point on the upside. In other words, when everybody who owns it gets done selling it down 70%, and then the next group of buyers comes in, it's gone. So it's like meme coins give you the opportunity to buy the dip. They do. They have the whole time. Now, people don't understand what this means. I mean, yeah, they did 15% in XRP, but so what? New York, as in bought and paid for by Wall Street, the most hostile crypto regulators in the world are in New York City. Right? I mean, forget about it. People in New York can't even get certain coins on Coinbase. Never mind do other things. New York just approved Ripple issued stablecoin. So let's go over exactly what that means. Ripple, while the SEC has been, you know, nailing it to a wall, has busy developed partnerships with Wall Street. Right? In other words, when they all have to get on chain, they're probably going to somehow do it through XRP, XRP Ledger, or any of Ripple's stable coins. XRP is undoubtedly going to be a component of this equation somewhere. But the state of New York doesn't think for itself. I mean, it does when it's being wildly left-wing. But when it's doing something innovative, they didn't wake up every day at the department of whatever in New York City and go, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go pick up a ham on rye, get my dry cleaning, and we're going to let Ripple and XRP do their thing today. Because, you know, I just checked the weather and it's a great day for Ripple. No, the phone rang and Wall Street says, okay, stop picking on them, go in the other direction, approve it. We got to get on chain. Nobody understands that this phone call probably came from someone like BlackRock, Jamie Dimon, or all of them. Goldman. They're getting involved. And the state of New York just got told, hey, green light this. We got a new program. State of New York's like, okay. Okay. XRP surpasses 99 billion in market cap. Who cares? Who cares? What's Bitcoin's market cap? What's Ethereum's market cap? What's Solana's market cap? You know, Solana is memes only and the phone. They got the phone and they got memes. I think XRP has got a better narrative than Solana. I know it's very unpopular. You're going to have a huge meme coin blow off. I'm not blowing off Solana. I'm just saying for an investing narrative, the XRP narrative is unbelievable. And I don't know that everybody is long. I mean, the XRP army is on the tape looking for content, but are they all long? Has everyone bought back in, including the hedge funds? I think the answer, in my opinion, is no, Because if everybody had bought back in, it'd be at $5. People have not bought back into this at all. Tether just minted 1 billion on Ethereum, 16 billion this month. The amount of money coming into this system is unbelievable, and every layer one is going to benefit. Ethereum and Avalanche are probably next. Everything that was built in 2021, we'll build it. It's cool. And the way we'll do it is with a VC pump and dump, right? We'll ride the Fed liquidity up. We'll sell it to retail. It'll collapse. Then the project can continue building and hope someone uses it. Guess what? They're all coming now. So hopefully they're ready. Whoever's ready is going to benefit, right? I mean, I can only imagine what Algorand and Hedera headquarters looks like. They must be like moving into the office. They're like, oh my God, we're the tip of the spear. Ripple's stablecoin, New York regulated digital finance market. The only thing that is better than Bitcoin going up is communists having to switch gears publicly. That, you know what? Whoops, we made a mistake. I think we want this. I spent a whole bunch of time taking all these pictures with all these world leaders suggesting that we should use some random Eurasian currency instead of the dollar. And it was really all about Bitcoin. And even if it's not about Bitcoin, it's probably about XRP. So I just spent 2 years marketing the wrong currency. Now I think I'll sign something about Bitcoin. And, this once again proves that, communists aren't good at much when it comes to economics. The Chinese kicked out the Bitcoin miners, sent them to the great state of Texas. And this guy's been marketing the wrong currency for 2 years. Love it. Okay. So, Joe Rogan is going to be in Florida, and, he's going to have a special guest, the Orange Man. And if you guys think that these guys are kidding about all the different things that they want to do, the guy from Cardano is going to be on this podcast, supposedly. These guys aren't kidding around. And they just keep telling you, and the market just keeps ignoring them. And then they just keep telling you, and I keep telling you. I'm never going to stop telling you. I know you're here, but if you're new, you haven't missed anything, because I'm telling you about Made in America crypto, right? Trump gets on any of these shows, the first time Trump says either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP, he says any of those words, see ya. I know occasionally he talks about Bitcoin, but if he says XRP or Ripple, he says any of these words, that's all that has to happen. It's like the 80s. Some public figure would come out and say, we're thinking about adjusting the dollar. Markets will go all over the place. Watch. They're going to bring back, hey, here we go. Watch this. I'm going to say XRP on the tape. Watch it go. XRP. Boof. Right? It's like, oh, this is all we have to do? We have a $36 trillion problem, and all I have to do is get on and bull post. Okay. They're going to figure this out really quick. They got to figure it out already. The 1,000 Bitcoin gold bar sold at $2 13 years ago. So a $2,000 risk, a $97 million reward. Now, this is an important thing because, this kind of stuff is everywhere regarding Bitcoin. And everybody goes, well, gee, I don't know. I was playing video games in my basement in 2013, so I guess I missed it. And you haven't missed anything. All you've missed is a 10-year battle against Gensler and anybody who didn't want you to be free. You're right on time. Yes, the people who bought this were early, but you're early in XRP, you're early in Avalanche, you're early in Near, right? There are meme coins still below 50 and 25 million, right? Doge is underpriced. Pepe is underpriced. ETH hasn't moved. Do you know how many people thought ETH was going to 10,000? Do you know how many people thought that ETH was going to flip Bitcoin last cycle? None of that stuff's moved. It's done nothing. ETH is at what? 3,500, 3,600? It's like no one cares. Then it's like, oh my God, I'm late. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're super early, right? This rally is like what, 3 weeks old? It hasn't even been a month since the election. 2 days ago, everyone was trying to tell me we were going to have a 30% correction. Meanwhile, I was like, no, bro, you're going to have a Thanksgiving melt up, which is exactly what you have here. And this up action today was the warm up. So these guys were smart, and you have an opportunity to be smart too. Regulators are limiting banks serving crypto clients. Does that violate the law? You know what? I don't know. And I don't doubt that they're still doing it. Okay. But again, on the subject of, do we believe what we're hearing? Do we believe it? Well, I don't know. If the banks are still doing this, they don't believe it yet. That someone's going to knock on their door and flash a badge and go, hi, we're with actual law enforcement. You remember this? The law? So it's new. I know. It's law and enforcement at the same time. Like the real good guys. We've been away for a while. We're back. Can you show us your books, please? Okay. First person that gets busted with this, it's not going to be a problem anymore. And if they had any sense, they'd be shifting it right now. I'm still thinking about the Silvergate court filings. Okay. So all of these banks that got hosed because they wanted to debank everybody in crypto. Now, what happens when they rebank everyone in crypto and World Liberty Financial or the Orange Man's company goes out and buys a bank, or they turn X into a bank or a payment network like WeChat? Like, does anyone understand what happens if they really plug this stuff into the banking system? This has not been unwound yet. This has not started yet. UK court denies Craig Wright's appeal. Okay, saying he's not Satoshi and, whatever he thinks is based on hallucinations. You know what? I got a great idea. How about the people in the United Kingdom hit the green button so hard that their government has to change their minds? Because once upon a time, you didn't have to vote a government out of office. The government would just sit and they'd all get in a room and they look at a Bloomberg terminal and they go, wow, oh, look at this. They took it up, they took it down. Wow, this is a pretty big message. We better listen. For my friends in the UK, man, go to Churchill's bunker and hit the green button. $870 billion asset manager says Bitcoin mining supports local grids. What? I thought you were supposed to be short Bitcoin miners because, I don't know, the Bitcoin halving has reduced their revenue projections and we should be short the stock based on blah, blah, blah. That was Wall Street, not just 6 months ago. Now they're like, wait a minute. Bitcoin miners support local grids. They do. They stabilize power usage. They use it and then they distribute it back to the grid. They have AI work in it. That's Riot Blockchain. Marathon is becoming a Bitcoin hedge fund. Bitcoin miners, because of the halving, had to innovate. The stocks are not priced for that, by the way. No one's touched the stocks, right? Because everyone's too busy FOMOing into MicroStrategy because, volume went up. Other people inside, big legacy companies don't have any other way to play Bitcoin. They have to buy the high volume instrument, which is at the moment MicroStrategy. So it's a stock, it's a meme stock, but then the actual stocks will follow, which includes Coinbase, Galaxy Digital, the Bitcoin miners. That hasn't even started yet. Seriously, it hasn't started. I mean, some of those stocks are up from the low, but the MicroStrategy parabolic has not spread throughout all of crypto equities. God, it hasn't even spread through crypto yet. Bitstamp lists Pepe and Solana in the US. What you're seeing with the Orange Man, okay, is that he means business. They've told you a story about how life works, and that's not how life works. Here's our friend acknowledging crypto. And here is the man, the guy who got it all started for XRP back in 2021. Fighting in the arena, which is really hard. and he's 2-0. Okay. However, it is somewhat ironic that he's doing this as XRP heads for $5. Like this trade that he invented, he's fighting some dude from New York City while his vision comes true. So I've met this guy. I know some people like him. I know some people don't. Don't get distracted, right? Don't get distracted. It's one fight too many. The guy should be running a stream 5 days a week, running the XRP shirt he was wearing in 2020 and 2021. Tech elites join the Doge team. Get with the program or move to a new country. The crypto cowboys are in town. Demand for leveraged Ethereum ETFs. This is very important. So first of all, I thought Ethereum was dead. Why does everybody want leveraged exposure in the stock market world? Because they're underexposed to crypto. They're underperforming. They missed MicroStrategy, right? Stocks are like, okay, what's the hottest stock out there? Do I own it? What is it? Oh my God, it's that Bitcoin thing. Oh no, what happens if it keeps going up? What are we going to do? Okay, well, let's buy something that's down. What's down in crypto? Oh, Ethereum. Oh, I heard of that. That's good. Hey, wait, maybe we should do a catch-up trade by getting levered long Ethereum. Crypto bros may get blindsided by all these characters and equities FOMOing in for what they call in stocks a Santa rally, right? The Santa rally is basically an up-only period where everybody has to invest in stocks in whatever was hot that year. So the hotter it gets, the more they need to buy it. The more they buy it, the hotter it gets. So MicroStrategy, the Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin miners, ETH, right? This is like, oh, this is so great. Institutions are coming to become involved in crypto. Yeah, but do you know what that means? Like when we talk about the equities herd and the legacy herd, and we talk about things like the dot-com mania, we talk about the 1000x in NVIDIA over 10 years, right? People don't understand how much money is involved over there relative to the size of crypto. People are like, ooh, total crypto market cap is 3 trillion. People, Apple is 3 trillion. So we're talking about the future of Wall Street, the future of central banking, and the future of the internet is worth as much as a phone company that makes digital doorstops where they have a new upgrade function a cool new function every 10 years. It's a doorstop. They make pricey doorstops. And crypto is worth as much as that. People, when guys like Warren Buffett who are sitting on cash start figuring out that they got to deploy that cash or they're going to underperform. I mean, Warren Buffett himself has got enough cash to move crypto by himself. He's not going to, but Warren Buffett is evidence of other people in the system who are going to have to deploy money. Okay. So that was epic. Let's see who's here. Whoops. Okay. Elder says we sell at $5 in XRP, maybe 480. Huey Rentals is here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with Orty? Let's check it out. Okay, so first of all, on charts, here's XRP, right? They just kind of do it all in 1 month, right? Like last time when they went to $3 and something, it took 2 months. Last one, 2021, 2 months. This one, November, December, boom. I mean, $1.80 on a monthly chart is the balance zone for XRP. XRP takes out $1.90. It's going right to 325. And they can do it in 2 months. There's the evidence right there. There's the evidence. It's just pretty simple, right? Like sideways to lower is up. I'm sorry, excuse me. Sideways is lower from here on out. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So here's a 4-hour tactical chart. Okay, so here's the beautiful thing about Luxalgo, right? So Lux Algo, when Bitcoin hit 95, triggered a very strong buy signal, right? And if you go over here and you just look at this at a tactical level, you have made a living, literally a living, letting Lux Algo identify these bullish patterns, draw these things, these open mouth formations, which it just seems to like to do all the time. And then find the top of the open mouth formation and say that's where Bitcoin is going to go, which is 104. And they're going to catch everybody sleeping because these guys with the Bitcoin ETFs, they had to go home tonight, assuming they even worked today. The stock market, I think, is half day today, maybe. They got to go home, and the whole thing is in the hands of the crypto bros. Like, they got to get stock trading. Stock trading is going to be 24 hours at the end of the year because they can't deal with this. They just cannot deal with the fact that the crypto bros are sitting here in the middle of an open mouth formation and blue sky up to 105 and nothing to stop it, right? Everybody thinks it can't go up anymore. And then all of a sudden it does. And the thing is, the red ink days, like the more red ink days you have, the more disbelief you have, the harder it rallies. Sounds crazy. I know you probably think I'm out of my mind, but that's okay, right? Because you're watching the show anyway, and you're hitting the like button, which I appreciate. Okay, but nothing is going to stop this. Like, this is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Look at everyone giving up. Like, this is like recently. This is recently. Nothing is going to stop Ethereum from catching up to Bitcoin. How is that going to happen? I don't know. ETH needs a catalyst. Solana needed a catalyst. XRP needed a catalyst. It appeared. It just feels like that's what's going to happen. And, you know, there's also this idea of Solana, right? So if you have this 2-week chart of Solana, you know, I've got the Fibonacci extension research. And one thing that very few people are talking about, a lot of people say, somebody has asked me this, where's Solana going to be at the end of the cycle? First of all, there is no cycle. There's no cycle. This is a multi-decade uptrend because of what's got to go on in fiat, right? My question is, what does the world look like with Solana at either 331 or 528? Everyone's like, oh, Solana's going to 1,000. It's like this theoretical number. It's like, oh, Bitcoin's going to 100K. Yeah, okay. And then it got there. And then what did the world look like? So what does the world look like with Solana at 500? No one's talking about that, right? Solana 500 is like XRP $5 or XRP $4, right? Not going to see any headlines about XRP $4. That would be above the previous all-time high. That just changes absolutely everything. Right. And then, of course, there's the base network, right? Like, what's going on in the base network? Everything. Everything. Like, this is Arrow on a daily chart getting ready to launch out of an accumulation cone. Just going to go. You know what I'm saying? Just absolutely going to go. Let's see what else we got. We got any requests in the chat here? Whoops. Okay. Warmon, I did have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. Okay, let's jump over here and check Degen. So word has it that Degen is being positioned on Coinbase to normies as AI on the blockchain. I don't know if that's true or not. I do know it's decentralized social media and payments related to that. So here's like a public service announcement about Degen, right? Degen goes straight up. Degen hits the 62% retracement. What is this? The election rally? Yeah, so this is the election rally. Let's call that the election rally from November 3rd on. So you're like, oh my God, I've missed the entire market. The boat has left without me. I've missed everything. Really? Degen is sitting right at the 62% retracement. Couldn't be more organic. And I'm not sharing this. Am I sharing the screen? I'm sharing the screen. Thank God I'm sharing the screen. Okay. I am sharing the screen. The 62% retracement in Degen. Okay. And you're like, well, okay, but what does that mean? Well, when you have Elliott wave, right? October was the one wave up. That's the first leg of 5. Then 2 waves can be extremely boring and discouraging. Perfect. September, October, a nightmare. 3 waves are straight up. 4 waves are choppy and discouraging. Okay. And 5 waves are parabolic and emotional. Notice how the 2 wave was square and the 4 wave had a very unusual, like, I guess maybe triangular shape to it. This is like right out of a book. 5 waves up, quiet 2, volatile 4, big up moves for 1, 3, and 5. Now, even if that made no sense to you, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, Degen just corrected, and now no one thinks they have to buy it. When they've created a narrative for it for normies, it's like, what is this? Well, it represents AI and decentralized social media on the blockchain. Ooh, it's on Coinbase. Ooh, it's a meme coin too. Boink. Like if you have a blow off top on the base network, in other words, people are calling it base season. Okay. But they think that applies to just the memes. That does not apply to just the memes. That applies to everything, right? Like, look at virtual. Like, I understand these things are going up, and I know you know that they're going up, but can we think about it for a second? So this is an AI engine for generating artificial intelligence entities that are verified on a blockchain. Okay? And as you can see, right? Just saying, going back to our little Elliott wave stuff that we were doing earlier, where are we in the world? Well, in the beginning of the year, we started off with gangbusters. And then you know what? Everything just went to sleep. Classic 2-wave, right? And then, whoop, up only. And we haven't even finished the 3. Like, I don't know where the 4 is going to be. And I definitely don't know where the 5 is going to be, because this thing is trading at 1.5 billion and it probably should be at 50. Right? I mean, because somewhere in the world, there's going to be a winner in artificial intelligence. And this is artificial intelligence. This is memes. It's on base. How many coins are on base? That are like real serious tech winners. I don't know. I mean, just every time you look up the base ecosystem, all you can see is like virtual. Or you look at the Coinbase universe, right? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, let's have a laugh, right? How about InstaDApp? So what's InstaDApp? A DeFi aggregator on ETH. It started out at 94 cents. It went to $7. Now, this is probably like the end, but this is not super sexy stuff. This is like, it's a DeFi aggregator. Hasn't done anything until it explodes, right? Like, what did this do for a year? In other words, everyone is asked, and it's a legitimate question. They're like, okay, hi, I just got here. What do I do now? Like, what do I do? I'm here. What do I do? Okay. Well, what you do is you find something with a really good story, you know, that hopefully hasn't gone up, you know, 700%, and you take a look at it. Like, here's Hedera on a weekly chart. So naturally, from 4 cents to 17 cents, your crypto bros were like, well, I missed it because it's H bar, because it's Hedera. But if I told you this was a sheep meme coin, like a sheep that was green like a frog, so a green sheep meme coin, you'd be like, I'm FOMOing in with the rent money. But because it's Hedera, you don't want to touch it, right? And memes are going to smoke to the upside, right? Like, I don't know. I want to say maybe Olas. No, Opus. I know, Opus. Yeah. So somebody showed me this a while back. Somebody showed me this when it was like 15 million. Then you just woke up one day. Now you're like, well, what is this? It's supposedly the AI agent that created Truth Terminal. It's just a representation of something in artificial intelligence. Okay. So maybe you missed it, or maybe this is just going to go on and on. Maybe it's not going to stop, right? Maybe with meme coins, if the algorithms are in, and again, it's just a meme coin clinic kind of. So from the previous high, you want to find 40% corrections. There's a 40% correction. See, my theory is getting out there because the humans run the stops at the 40%, or the machines do, at the 40% correction. So it looks like you missed it. And again, this is not investment advice. I'm not trying to tell you anything about this. I am trying to tell you that on 40% corrections, if you see algos and humans come in to buy it, then maybe there's something going on there. Because on Solana, somebody explained this to me today, once something gets a mind of its own, once they run out of sellers, which is what happens here, and once these algos jump in, they're running the show. And what is this exactly? I don't know. It's got a $55 million market cap. It's connected to artificial intelligence. So is this leading the entire artificial intelligence space? And if this can go up, what can virtual do? Right? Like, can virtual create these agents like Luna and all these other characters that people barely understand what it is? If they don't understand it, if they don't know how to buy it, and they don't like it, that's the thing. That's stuff that goes up the most. So this is kind of like, again, this is like the, hi, I just got here. What do I do? I'm hoping to sort of answer that question without doing like 9 million charts at a time, right? It's like, hi, what do I do? Kobe cult. Oh yeah. James wanted Ordi. My bad. You know, I don't know what Ordi is. I don't remember, but I know that there is a huge chunk of the market that still looks like this. So I don't know if this is DeFi or a layer 2 on Bitcoin. You may have to correct me, but it's sitting on top of support, and there's this accumulation cone. The accumulation cone is something drawn by a guy named Jesse Livermore, reminiscence of a stock operator. If you got a moment where you're not doing crypto and you actually want to read a book, I'm getting to that point where I just want like a book, a cigar, and, you know, something everyone in Texas has. You know, sometimes I want to simplify, but the whole market looks like this, right? It looks like the 20th century. You're sitting on support in a market everyone is ignored, in an accumulation formation that leads to parabolic things. I can bring up one of the charts. You know, I'd be happy to show you whatever this is. Like, if there was ever a reason to like something, it's probably about to come back into style. If there was ever a reason to like it. Yeah. So here's XRP. This is funny. This was an XRP 89-minute chart on November 25th. Right? Here was your accumulation cone. This is Jesse Livermore's notebook. right? He called it the accumulation cylinder with widening mouth. You bounce around 7 times, and then after bouncing around, you just go, whoop, 8, 9, 10. Okay, XRP at $1.39. Boom, 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 $2. This formation is everywhere. MicroStrategy. I mean, it's not boring, but when you look at these coins, like if you got a coin and you remember why anyone ever liked it, guess what? It's going to get discovered, because what's happening in the market is the market will rally and then the market will correct. Like right now, everything's down 2%, right? So everything is up only, and then it goes down and everyone takes profits and goes home for the weekend. No, they're going to be after this on Sunday night. They're going to be after it, you know, and you can even start looking at things like Stellar. Like, you know, don't laugh. These things, these networks, I mean, Stellar goes way back. Like Stellar goes back like XRP, Doge back. Quiet breakout right at the apex of a triangle, right out of a chart textbook, right? When you have a breakout of a triangle close to the apex, the ensuing move is epic. There's no reason why, after these ninnies get done selling XLM, that when XRP goes to $4, XLM is at $1.50. Because the intraday charts, the daily charts, the weekly charts, the fundamentals, common sense, the orange man, Michael Saylor, Elon Musk. I mean, has anyone, you can include me, has anyone not told you? Now, I know you know because you are here, but everyone else out there, it's like, yo, come on over. And when I look at this seemingly slow, muted reaction, and everybody's in a big hurry to sell and go shopping, nothing wrong with shopping, nothing wrong with paying bills, but don't get off the train for the sake of getting off the train, right? Don't do it. Okay. Let's have a look at Solana. Now, one of the reasons why we're going to start paying very close attention to Solana, at least at a tactical level, is that, you know, these things like these meme coins, like the AI meme coins that I was showing you, they could be signaling a monster blow off top. You know, I was kind of down on pump.fun, and then I realized after talking to one of my colleagues that I was probably being like boomer bearish, that if a GAN monster epic thing is about to happen here, to not be negative. So here's your triangle. Everything is doing this, right? Except it's Solana. And then there's a Lux Algo buy signal. And then everybody decides to sell because there's resistance at 250. And let me ask you something. When push came to shove, did you care about the resistance at 150? Did you care about the resistance at 200? Is anybody going to care about the resistance at 300? Probably not. I mean, yeah, these chart levels are important, and that's where the market stops. And having the market stop allows you the opportunity to make a move. To make a move. It's as simple as that. Right? And this group gives you all kinds of coins inside its system, right? So there's Arrow, there's Velo, there's Degen, right? Let's have a look at Rari. I don't know. Is there any hope for NFTs? You know, this thing did absolutely nothing. Pumped a couple times and came off. Like I said, there are huge components of on the market that look like this, that have done absolutely nothing because people just flat out packed it in and gave up on it. Okay. Now, let's just talk about like where our head is. Okay. Kobe is not over. It's Pepe's best friend. True is raking up. Okay. That's another one that I like inside this base ecosystem. Okay. There's true, there's prop, real estate. Got to understand something, folks. Base season has not started. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, this meme coin went up. No, dude, the whole thing's going to go up. Base is big enough with Coinbase backing it, but small enough in terms of the number of quality coins that it's almost like an old-fashioned crypto ecosystem. You hear this hootenanny like, oh my God, there's so many coins on Solana. I don't know how the market's ever going to go up. Okay, well, there's a lot of capital on Coinbase. There's not that many coins. There's not that many. I mean, I'm sure there's more and more every day, but True Finance has got, an expanding triangle, which is another one of these bottoming formations. And Lux Algo's just got support underneath the market going, okay, guys, whenever you're ready, it's like a bird. You just toss it in the air. Off it goes. It's not going to stop. And the real world asset plays, as I'm looking at this, they're all down, except for Ondo, right? Remember this? This is like the BlackRock coin or one of them, like projects that they're invested in. But let's not buy this because there's a big token unlock in January. Running from token unlocks is so 2021. There's a big token unlock coming in Solana. And you know what? The Jeets are going to eat it up. Now, I don't know if that caps Solana upside, but if you're not buying something because of a token unlock, you're probably missing out. It's probably priced in. If you're buying something like crazy and it's gone up 400% and there's a token unlock, you need to think about that. But everyone's like, well, I'm not going to buy this incredible BlackRock play because of the unlock. And then guess what it starts doing? It probably goes straight up into the unlock. They eat the unlock and it keeps going. Again, everyone's talking themselves out of doing things. Everyone's still in the range. Everybody's coming up with excuses to not do things. And I'm saying, let's come up with some reasons to do things with some urgency. You don't have to buy a meme coin up 600%. And you can buy a dip if XRP goes up 10, 15% in one day and it dips 3%. That's probably your dip. Everyone's like, well, I'll buy it later because that's what you could do in the range. But that's why it was a range. No one made money. Everyone lost money in the range. They bought it because they thought it was a trend up and then they sold it because they were frustrated. And what a range will do is convince you that every time it goes up, it'll come back down. Or every time that it goes down, it'll keep going down. And it's just the opposite. The trend mentality is here. But trend behavior from people isn't here. Consumption of social media content is parabolic, but price is not. Right? He who hesitates, ... So if you need a roadmap in crypto, if you need to know what the right coins are on base, you are in the right place. So that's it for the Friday night chat. Let me know if you liked it because it was more chat than charts. Let me know if you liked it in the content below, and we'll see you on Monday.